This is Marc, Katz, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women, your personal trainer for love. Welcoming you to the Love You podcast. I could not be more excited about this. I'm going to be doing this every week, and I'm going to be teaching you to understand men, make healthier relationship choices, understand dating, sex, everything. I'm going to be doing it every single week. And it's taken me a long time to get into podcasting. I've been writing a blog twice a week for 8 years. I've been writing a newsletter once a week since the beginning of time. And I've been hesitant to get into this space because the truth is I don't like to do anything half-ass. And so I basically made it my big commitment for 2016 to set up this studio, get the finest of all technicians to assist me, and create a podcast which is more intimate and personal and interactive and goes deeper than a 1,000-word blog post or a newsletter ever could. So I'm really excited about this, and I thought long and hard about what I was going to begin with. Am I going to just recycle stuff from my Love You program? It's not really my style. I wanted to do something that was kind of juicy, and I wanted to start with something that kind of pissed me off. So the premise of today's first Love You podcast is, does a man have to think his wife or girlfriend is the most beautiful woman in the world? Now, I thought there was only one answer to this question, and that answer was no. But I was surprised to find out that there are a number of women, maybe even you, who think that there's only one answer to the question, and that it is yes, that the right man thinks that you are the most beautiful woman he's ever seen. Now, where this comes from, the reason I'm bringing this up is that it's striking to me how two people could look at the exact same situation in different ways. And listen, if you're political at all, two people could look at the same world in completely different ways, and it doesn't make one right and one wrong. But I got a question on my blog years ago from a woman who said she was watching TV with her boyfriend, and she said to her boyfriend when Angelina Jolie came on TV, "Honey, I'm as hot as Angelina, aren't I?" And he said something to the effect of, and which was the wrong answer, to be clear. Certainly the wrong answer for her, because it caused a fight between them and caused her to write to me asking for my feedback and my validation, to let her know that she's correct in feeling that the right man either should think that she's the most beautiful woman. The way she put it was beautiful than all the celebrities combined, was the way she put it. The right man should think that way, or at least he should say it, right? He should let her know, "Oh no, honey, Angelina doesn't hold a candle to you." Now, this isn't about Angelina Jolie, right? We substitute whoever you think is beautiful, right? The real question is, do you really believe you're going to win a beauty contest with Miss Universe? And I think it's a dangerous precedent to set if you believe that, specifically because you're going to find so few men who agree with you. And so I do understand and empathize with the need to feel desired. I can't say how much is biological or sociological, but I do know that it's a very real thing. Men pursue and desire, and women take heart in feeling desired. So it's not wrong to want to feel attractive, sexy, loved, all those things, right? And a good boyfriend should make you feel that way. The question is he a bad boyfriend just because he doesn't lie to you when you ask him to lie to you? Because that's really what we're talking about, right? Tell me something that we both know isn't true, right? Because it's going to make me feel better. And this is why I'm choosing this topic for today, because I do think it says something about relationships and the nature of corrosive little white lies, right? A bunch of little white lies become the foundation of the relationship instead of honesty. And when he can't be himself, or when she has to lie to keep the peace in the relationship, and lying becomes the precedent, I think it weakens what should be the strength of the relationship. These are two people who could really let down their guard and be themselves. I think of my wife. She, and this is embarrassing, but I'm going to share it anyway. She's like, Kim Kardashian's doing a book signing. Do you want to go? And I was like, just because I find Kim Kardashian attractive does not mean I want to go to her book signing, honey. But I think that's a much healthier way to deal with things. But I also acknowledge that that's not universal. So my concern is the idea that in a good relationship, we're thinking that he should feel this way. I mean, the key word is should, and the key word is most, right? Not am I beautiful? Of course he thinks you're beautiful. Am I the most beautiful? I think when you're looking for a guy who tells you that, you're really restricting the number of people that you can date, right? I mean, to men who have no experience whatsoever, he's never dated anybody else. A guy who doesn't have eyes, maybe, would be a good partner, or a guy who is an adept liar, who is going to get a lie right to your face. And again, I could already hear the pushback, which is that the right guy should be more sensitive. Right? And this is really about him being more sensitive. I'd like to think that I'm a sensitive guy, but there's a huge difference between a guy who doesn't feel comfortable lying, right, and the boyfriend in question here. Right? Remember, this was an unsolicited thing that the woman asked him. Am I the most attractive woman you've ever seen? Right? It's not like he kind of came out, he was watching TV, went into the other room and said, hey, honey, I was just watching TV. Angelina Jolie blows you away. You could stand to drop 30 pounds. If you don't, I'm out of here. That is cruel, brutal honesty. And again, no one's defending that. So let's understand that there's a big gray area here. This is really about the guy being painted into a corner by his girlfriend out of her own insecurities about her place in the world, her place in the relationship, and her own physical attractiveness. And I would posit that someone who's secure would never ask a question, think about this, or worry about it. And you could still have a very happy relationship without having to have this level of delusion. And in fact, I think it's a healthier place to be. So when we come back from the break, I'm going to tell you the results of a very unscientific poll I took with some of my married friends here in Los Angeles. Two, in particular, attractive, tall alpha males who have beautiful wives. I asked them this question: do you think your wife is the most attractive woman you've ever seen? I'm going to give you their answers after the break. This is Marc Katz with the Love You Podcast.